Have you ever met a person that was so dislikable? It was disgusting. Some people are not likable, and you might be one of them. Here is the reality. Many men have dislikable habits without even realizing it, and this causes them to miss out on good people and amazing opportunities in life. These men will tell themselves that they don't care about other people's opinion or that others should just accept them as they are or get lost. While that all sounds cool, it is mostly their ego being too big to admit they need to improve. Do not let your ego cloud your judgment. You see, while it is a good thing to not care about others' opinions too much, you always need to objectively analyze yourself as a man. We all need to improve, and there might be some things you could easily fix to become a likable person. In this video, we will go over 7 reasons why people might dislike you. Number 1. Weak body language. King versus slave. Men dislike being around weak people. We would all rather be surrounded by strong people. It is in our DNA. Why? Weakness of character jeopardizes the wellness of the group. Other people will suffer because of your weakness. Having weak body language is the number 1 way to become dislikable. You see, when you have weak body language, your weaknesses oozes out into the world. It is the easiest way to let everyone know that you are harmless prey asking for mercy. Pathetic. I want you to think of a powerful king versus a weak slave. The slave has weak body language. He does not make eye contact and has weak posture. He does not even dare to laugh out loud and does his best to please other people. He has been whipped and punished so much that even his handshake is weak. Now, the king walks with his chest out and his shoulders back. His handshake is strong and firm, but not forced. He looks people in the eye, yet he does not stare. His presence is admirable. You might think it's not a fair comparison because the slave has been tortured and is weakened. That is a good point. Listen, most people have the body language of the slave without ever being in chains or getting tortured. You see, we all get to choose if we want to have the body language of the king or the slave. And most people voluntarily choose to have the body language of the slave. Many people like to do something called exaggerated nodding. It is when they overly agree and keep nodding their head in a conversation. This signals anxiety about approval. People may perceive your heavy nods as an attempt to show you agree with or understand something that you actually don't. Ask yourself which one of the two would do this, the king or the slave. Another thing that is repulsing is faking a smile. Far worse than not smiling at all is faking a smile, which will label you as being insincere at best and a fraud at worst. Let your smile emerge naturally and don't force it. Ask yourself, if someone makes a joke that is not funny but everyone is laughing, would the powerful king need to force a fake smile? Both the exaggerated nodding and the fake smile are insincere and make you dislikable. Number 2. Only engaging in small talk. Small talk can have a time and a place, but many people engage too much in it. When you are known for only engaging in small talk, there is no meaning in talking to you. It becomes pointless, and people would rather walk the other way to avoid you. There might be times where it could be a good thing to break the ice with some small talk, but for the most part, it's more important to talk about meaningful things or not speak at all. Number 3. No conversational awareness. The opposite of small talk is trying to be too friendly or too personal with someone that you are not close with. There are some men in the world that would physically hurt you for doing this. It is a lack of respect and an easy way to cross someone's boundaries. You need to know where you stand with someone and what your relationship is before you can start running your mouth like a fool. Number 4. Weak voice. While what you say is important, how you say it can have an even greater impact on the other person in a conversation. If your voice is weak, you may appear to be weak as well. Practice speaking in a way that is strong and confident. You don't have to be overly loud, just loud enough to be easily heard and understood. Many men have been asking me about my voice, and the truth is, there are ways to get more power out of your voice. Leave a comment down below if you would like me to get more into that in the future. Number 5. Poor hygiene. You could do everything right, but if you smell bad, people will still dislike you. Take a second to think about a situation where you came across a person that smelled bad. Think about how you may have automatically felt a dislike for that person at the time. If you stink, you are violating someone's personal space in the worst way possible. So, brush your teeth and don't just take showers, but actually wash yourself. Poor hygiene can also show in your appearance. Think about someone with long and dirty fingernails. These are all things that are easy to be fixed, and yet they can make you extremely dislikable if not properly cared for. Number 6. Humble bragging. False modesty isn't fooling anyone. Humble bragging is one of the most dislikable things any person could ever do. For anyone that doesn't know what it means, the definition is in the word. It is pretending to be humble while actually bragging. Research has shown that it is more dislikable when a person pretends to be humble bragging. It is better to just be cocky and boast than to pretend and be insincere. Do not misunderstand it. I am not saying being cocky will get people to like you, but it is 1,000,000 times better than to be fake and boast in a sneaky and strategic way. Number 7. Excessive sharing on social media. Research has found that people who share too much of themselves on social media do this to compensate for a lack of acceptance in real life. They need attention and want to be liked, yet by doing so, they make people dislike them. Think about it. Would you like someone constantly telling you every little detail about their daily life? How would you feel about that person's constant need for attention? You can even dislike a complete stranger for being addicted to the online validation. Imagine walking into the gym and seeing someone taking countless selfies, or someone taking 20 pictures of their food in a restaurant. We all get told not to judge other people, but deep inside, this behavior triggers a dislike in all of us. Be aware of your own social media use and make sure you are not an addict that craves online validation. By the way, if you want to level up in life, don't forget to show some love by hitting the like and subscribe button. Until next time.